Hi everybody, this is Erica with Look What's in My Hoop, and this is Flosstube number 30. Today is March 28th, 2025, and I have a lot to show and a lot to share as always. Thank you to those of you who left a comment on my last video. I love reading them, and I'm so appreciative of the time that you take to leave a comment. And I do try to always respond, or at very least put a heart, just to acknowledge that I've read your comment. But I wanted to say thank you to those of you who watched the video, who left comments, and who keep coming back time after time. If you're new, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. And I'm going to dive right in because I have a lot to show. So it's really been very chaotic. I was hoping to do this video about a week ago, but there's been a lot. My oldest daughter turned 14 on the 16th of this month. My youngest turned 7 on the 25th of this month. My middle daughter will be 12 in June, but my youngest caught the flu, so we are kind of under a little bit of a quarantine here. Not really letting a lot of people in or out because I don't want to get anybody sick. Thankfully, my daughter is the only one that has symptoms right now. I thought I was getting a little something, but I kind of went away, so I'm hoping I won't actually get it. But she's pretty sick, so it kind of threw a monkey wrench into everything, and things got a little delayed. I had to cancel her birthday party tomorrow. Her and my oldest daughter, for whatever reason, they love sharing a birthday party, so we've done it that way for several years, and neither one seems to mind, but for obvious reasons, we had to postpone it until next weekend, so it's fine. I don't know if I have the energy to get the house clean and get all the food prepared for a party this week anyways. Anyways, we are here for stitching, so I'm going to dive right in. I have some fully finished objects to show. I did finish one stitching project. I have several whips, a little bit of haul, and then if this video isn't too long, I want to show some of my past spring finishes. I don't have that many, a handful, but I thought I would share them anyways, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I guess the first thing I wanted to show is my blessing sampler piece that I did for this year. I did start it and finish it in January, but I never took it to the framers until a couple of weeks ago. So I decided to stitch Scarlet Berries by the Scarlet House. I've shown this a couple of videos ago. I didn't do the whole piece though. I left some of the alphabets off the top off, but I did get it back from the framer. Oh, I did not pick a good spot. Sorry, you can see the glare from a picture that's right here, and there's a window here, or the ring light. Oh goodness, I probably should have thought about this spot a little bit better. But anyways, I love this frame. I love this piece. I did stitch our initials all at the top here, and I love this frame. I do use glass, museum glass, in my framed pieces when I take them to the framer. Oh, I love this. I'll try to insert a picture of where I have it in my house in the intro to the video. I just put it in our entryway hallway. It'll stay there for the year at least. The next fully finished object I have, I also took to the framer and got back a few days ago actually. And it's called When Pumpkins Glow by Brenda J Work, or With Thy Needle and Thread. I never know. Sometimes it just says Brenda J Work, sometimes it says With Thy Needle and Thread, and I don't know what the difference is, but I know the pattern is called When Pumpkins Glow. So this is, it's very tricky trying to not get it to have a reflection. I love this piece. I don't normally take seasonal pieces to the framers, always to be framed, but this one I love so much that I'm considering actually leaving it out all year round. I don't know. I love this frame. My framer, her name is Jen. She does a great job picking out frames that coordinate with the piece. And this kind of reminds me a little bit of a pumpkin, you know, just the little bumps that they have. I know I stitched this on 32 count Ren with I think all of the called for colors. I was trying to use up some scrap fabric, but I just love this so much. So cute. Gosh, that ring light. So, love that. I was happy to get that back. Okay. The next pattern that I want to show you, it's actually 3 patterns: Blackbird Designs, Summer, Autumn, and Winter. It was a 3-part series. A long time, well, I say a long time ago, I don't know exactly when, but I know for a while you could not get the patterns, but then Blackbird Designs re-released them maybe a couple of years ago. So as far as I know, they're still readily available. But there are 3 parts, no spring, just autumn, summer, and winter. And I finished this last night. And I have to tell you, when I started this, I started at very early April of last year, so it's taken me about a year to finish it. I was so excited to start this. I wanted to stitch it so bad. And I would watch Flosstube, and some stitchers would have it framed up on the wall, and I just fell in love with it. But by the time I finished last night, I was so sick of this. I don't even know if I like it anymore. Isn't that awful to say? I mean, I do like it. I don't think this will be next in line to get framed. But anyways, here's my finish. I stitched this on 40 count Steinbeck with all of the called for colors. Now I did, on the bottom row, you'll see I put my initials, ERB, in the year 2025. I really don't love putting the year on my stitched pieces. I don't know why. I just don't. But I could not think of anything to put in here in that space that would look nice. And I thought about maybe just doing a row of these flowers. But I thought that would be a little too much going all the way across. So I did just put the year. Now in the pattern, does it show it? Oh, where did I put it? It is stitched with the year 2011, which is, I'm assuming, the year that it came out. I don't know if you can see it behind the words, but the pattern does not give you alternatives for other numbers. So I kind of had to come up with my own pattern, and it gave me a little bit of grief. And I finally just ended up settling on this, and I said, it's good enough. So I wish they had had all the numbers in there, but they didn't. And this is not perfect by any means. I messed up so many times. There's things off count, but it's done. I don't think it looks that horrible, but I will get it framed at some point. I may even try to be brave and frame it myself with lacing on the back. I mean, I do frame some of my own pieces, but they're always like little things for the seasons, and it's not anything I have to have too perfect, but I might try to do that one like the grown-ups do. Okay. I do have one new start I'll show in a little bit, and I have about 4 or 5 whips to share. I'm pretty diligent about trying to keep up on my whips and get my whip count down. I think I counted, I have 19 whips, and I really only want to have about 10. And there's quite a few pieces from 2024 that I want to finish this year, and there's 3 from 2023. So, sorry, I have a little tickle. Okay, this was a new one that I started this year, not that long ago. Dwelling Place by Teresa Kogut. Kogut. I always want to say Kogut, and I know it's not. It's Kogut. I really, really love stitching on this. I'm in a different spot today, and I don't have as much table space, so I don't know where to put anything. And I am stitching it with the called for, which of course, you know, if you've been with me for any length of time, I'm terrible with my DMC threads. I do not put them on bobbins. I don't take the time and put them on floss straps, so they just get thrown in the bottom of the bag. And there we have it. Although, and I forgot to grab it, so I'll have to show it next time, I did buy a set of acrylic floss straps so I can start putting all of my DMC threads on these like acrylic floss hangers, I guess you can call them, so I can finally not have to dig through bags and bags of DMC to find the color that I need. And there's also just a few fancy floss, nothing too crazy. I am stitching this on 40 count cold foam by Be Stitch Me. And you can see I really only did just quite a bit of the border. I think last time I only had just the top row done. I did put in one of the letters because I need to know which way is up. So I did put in the A. And if you saw my last video, you'll maybe remember me talking about how I love this pattern, love it so much. I love the bluegrass, I love the animals. There is not a single thing I don't love about it, except I don't think I love the star borders. And so I talked about doing this border all the way around. So I did throw in a couple of the, I'm not sure what they're called, crosses maybe. You can see how I started. So I'll do blue here, I'll put something blue there and kind of go around. Now this isn't the full pattern, I just picked the one color. And so I'll do a little bit more just to make sure I really like it. I'm not sure what it is about the stars that I don't love, but I was hoping to get the border completely done, but you can see I still have pretty much one whole side and a little bit along the bottom. But this is going to, I mean, it's a decent sized piece. I love that. I love using the DMC threads. Oh my goodness, it's such a pleasure to stitch on. I don't know, DMC colors I think are just beautiful. They're nice to stitch with. So this one's really fun. I try to work on that every weekend. I've made a kind of a commitment to touch all of the new starts that I have this year at least once a month so that they don't just sit and languish. I did kind of slack off a little bit this month because I was very focused on getting that one piece done. But I'll have to this weekend start picking up some of the ones that I missed last month. Okay, so this is Mill Hill Autumn Gathering. I'm stitching this piece here. This is an out of print booklet. You can find it on the secondary market. You have to watch for it though. It can be wicked expensive, which is outrageous. This was a 2023 start, and I am determined to finish it this year. But I have to say I did get a teeny bit tired of working on it this month, and I was debating about taking the month of April off. But I also just want to get it done, so we'll see. So this is where I am at. Sorry about the wrinkles. I just took it out of the hoop. But I did the Pilgrim Man. And I started the turkey. can't see. Oh my gosh. I started the turkey, but I still have to do the beading on the turkey and the legs, obviously. I think, did I have the man done in my last video? I may have had the man done, but he has a beard and I have to put the beard in, which I haven't done. I think I added that little white bow for the pilgrim lady. And I had to add the little stitch from her top of her skirt to hold the key. I had forgotten to do that, but I'm getting there. I really just have the border. I have to finish the turkey and do the 4 sides of the border and it's done. I think there's a couple little flower motifs up here. I am stitching this on 32 count Ren with all of the called for DMC. What I should do is try to finish 2 sides this month, 2 sides in April, 2 sides in May, and just be done with it. And then I can scratch it off the list. But as much as I love it, I was getting a little sick of working on it. But it's coming out well, I think. Love that pattern. We took our kitten, we have a 7-month-old kitten that we rescued, to the vet this morning because, or is he 6 months? I'm not sure. He's 6 or 7 months because he had to get neutered. The poor guy he was not feeling it at the end when we went to pick him up. He was a little spicy, which is not usually like him. He's a very sweet cat. He had an accident in his crate. He was a wild man trying to get out of the crate on the ride home. Thank God the vet's only about 12 minutes from our house, and then he came home and he made a beeline for the basement because he loves to go on the cold side of the basement and curl up. There's like blankets stacked in there, and he curls up on this pile of blankets, and he's been doing this for weeks, but he clearly needed to be alone. But I think I hear him meowing. He's gonna have to wait though. I'm in the middle of a video. Okay, the next pattern I worked on, the next whip, is by Moira Blackburn. It's called the Keep Me Sampler. Love this one so much. Oh, just love this. I work on this one on Sundays. I think I did miss, whoop, I just threw the pattern. I did miss a Sunday in March though. We were really busy, so I didn't get it done or get to work on it. These are all of the called for thread, mostly Weeks Dye Works. There's one Gentle Art thread. I love this blue-green here. It's called, I think I'd know because I love it so much. Oh, Blue Spruce, Weeks Dye Works. Look at that variegation. It's so pretty. Let's see. I am also stitching this on 40 count Cold Foam by Bee Stitch Me. I belong to their Fabric of the Month Club, and this was one of the months. Actually, does it tell me? Oh, it was October of last year, but I did order another piece or two not that long ago, so I think they're still available on the website. And I'm gonna leave it in the hoop because the only part that's really in the hoop is just the end of the top border here, but this is how far I've been able to get this month. I added pretty much everything on this side of the flower border, which also has a lot of mistakes. Don't look that close. And I started the roof. Oh, and this, I think this is a little tree of flowers or some kind of flower pattern there. I was hoping to get the roof, at least this dark color of the roof, done this month, but that's not gonna happen. Unless I can get it all, that roof done on Sunday, maybe. I really love this. It's such a beautiful sampler. I would hold up the pattern again, but I literally tossed it. I can't reach it. But if you'll remember, there's a beautiful willow tree that I cannot wait to get to. So I use Nurge hoops, and I really love them. I've always been a hoop stitcher. I've never been able to stitch in hand. I've tried a couple of times. Of course I was new at it, and I was very slow at it, and I got frustrated. And my stitches didn't lay nice because I was new at it. So I just said, forget it. I love hoop stitching, and I will always be a hoop stitcher. So that's how it's going to be. But I used to always use wooden hoops for years when I was a little girl, and we got that stamped cross stitch kit, my first cross stitch kit from a store that my mom took me to, and she bought me a little wooden hoop to use, and I was using them ever since. But then I found these Nurge hoops, and I love them because they do keep my fabric really taut. And I stitch with one hand on top and one on the bottom, so I can just like kind of go in and out fairly quickly. But I'm not a super fast stitcher overall. Oh, I love this one. I really want to get this one done by the end of the year. I don't think it's going to happen because it's quite big. It's quite large. And I'm not going to get the Dwelling Place sampler or the Dwelling Place by Teresa Kogut done this year either. But I'd like to. Okay, what's next? All right, Paper Snowflakes by Brenda J Work. This is going to be kind of a focus piece in March, which I know it's weird. A lot of people are turning to spring stitching, but I have a lot of winter pieces. I have a lot of fall and Halloween pieces, a few winter pieces, but I just want to get some of these ones done. This is one I started this year, but also on 40 count Steinbeck. So I think I can't remember. I don't know if I did. I know I did the head. I've done all of this skirt so far. I can't remember if I started her shoulders and her blouse the last time or if that's all new, but pretty much I'm working on the snow lady. So you can see after her, and that, that skirt is, there's a lot of stitches in that skirt. I don't know if you can tell on the pattern. Let me try to get it a little closer. There's snowflakes on the bottom. And the saying says, cutting paper snowflakes. And I love that. So, I don't know, maybe I can get this done. I feel like once I can get through the snow lady, the rest of it won't be that bad. The border is not terrible to do at all. So I would love it if I could get that done. But so pretty, I love it. Let me show you the threads. I should probably get myself together here and show you the threads. I have it in this really cute bag from Goose Designs. I think I've shown this before, the little children on the inside. These are all of the called for thread, Week Dye Works and Gentle Arts. So pretty. So we'll see. I'm trying. There's actually 2 pieces I want to finish in the month of April. I keep saying this month like it's April already, but it's not. It's only the end of March. So I'm hoping to finish that in April. And there's another one I think I was hoping to finish, but we'll see. Okay. So my last whip that I want to show is another Brenda J Work pattern, actually with Thy Needle and Thread by Brenda J Work. Sampler of the season. This is the spring. Oh, I don't know if you remember in my last video. Sorry, like a piece of my hair is stuck on my lip gloss. I could not figure out what this was. I was like, is that those bee things, like the beehives where they're like wooden crates or boxes and they stack them on top of each other? I could not figure out what that was. And one of the comments that a viewer had left had said, that's a vegetable garden. She thought it was a vegetable garden. And she's absolutely right. When I looked at it a little bit closer, you can tell that there's carrots. These are, you know, the other ones are supposed to be lettuce. And that is the dirt. I did not see that at first, and it makes sense because you always put a fence around your vegetable garden to keep the bunnies out and all the other, you know, little critters that love to eat your vegetables. So I was so happy because it really bugged me that I didn't know what that was. Okay. These are the called for. I think I have some extra, like there's duplicates of a few flosses in here. I definitely don't need that many. But I have all of the other seasons, and a lot of the colors are duplicates. So I think when I purchased the thread, I purchased for all 4 seasons so I could have them, and some of the colors are duplicated and I didn't want to run out. So if it said I needed 2 skeins on one pattern and 2 skeins on another, I bought 4 because I know dye lots can change, and I know that this is going to take me a little while to complete. So this is also in a hoop because I was actively working on it. Again, 40 count Steinbeck. You're going to see that a lot because I love this fabric. But what did I do? I stitched the little sheep. Super cute. I did the tree and the birds. I started to put in this half of the tree. Now, I don't know, can you see those? They look white to me, like a cream. It's lamb's wool is the color by Gentle Arts, I believe. I don't know, are these supposed to be strawberries? On the pattern, it looks pink. I don't think you're going to be able to tell, even if I hold it up close. Oh, maybe you can. Focus. Do you see how they look like a little bit pink? Are these supposed to be strawberries? I mean, strawberries start out white before they turn pink and then red. So I'm thinking, because they look a little bit ghosty to me, that I might take those out and just find a very pale pink to put in there. I don't know. What do you think? And then I started working on the vegetable patch. So you can see the lettuce, and then I don't know if you can see the little orange right here. This is my row of carrots, carefully stitched. Obviously I didn't finish that row of dirt. So love this one. I would like to get 2 of these done this year. So I don't know, because I only work on this once a week for a few hours. So if I were to do 2 of these a year, I would need this done by June, which is another 3 months. Maybe I could get it done. I don't know. But let me know what you think. I think I should take out, I don't know, I'm calling these strawberries. I don't know what they are, but why strawberries would be going in a tree, I don't know. But, and making them a pale pink. Unless, do you know what these are? You guys are so good with the vegetable patch. Tell me what these are and what color they're supposed to be, because I'm not loving that lamb's wool. I love that though. That is also really fun to stitch. Okay. And then I am going to show you my new start. This is one I really want to have done this year because I would like to give it to my husband. My husband was born in the middle of December, and then of course there's Christmas, so I'd like to give it to him either for his birthday or for Christmas. He doesn't watch these videos, so I'm not worried about ruining the surprise. It is the Scarlet House, A Perfect World. And this pattern reminds me of him so much. He is the happiest when he is outdoors. my husband grew up on a dairy farm, and ever since he was a young boy, he was always out in the barn or out in the fields or out in the woods. And he's an environmental engineer now, so he doesn't do anything with, you know, like as for a living with farming. But he just loves being outdoors, and I just thought this was him. So I bought this pattern a few years ago. I really would like to get it done this year. Okay, I am stitching this on, let's see, Fiber on a Whim, Milk and Honey, and it's 40 count. Again, it's in a hoop because I haven't been working on it for too long. And this is how far I've been able to stitch. So I got quite a few of the words done. I got a little bored doing the words, so I started to do a few little motifs. This flower is a little ghosty, but I don't think I'm going to change it. And tonight, when I have time to stitch, I'm hoping to be able to finish up the rest of the saying the words. Words go by like not too bad when you're stitching, so I love that. I know that the bulk of the stitching, of course, is, you know, here down. That black is, I mean, it's full coverage essentially, but that's okay. My goal is to have this all done by the end of April, which I think will be very obtainable for me. And I might even be able to maybe get some of this done in April so that in May, I can maybe get this part done. So it's going by fast. It's not a difficult pattern to read, but you know, this is some heavy stitching, so we'll see. Sorry for the glare. I just love that. It's so pretty. And this fabric, Fiber on a Whim, I really love her fabric. I think I've used Milk and Honey on a couple of other pieces before. So fun. That uses a couple DMC, actually maybe just DMC 310 and then some fancy floss. Oh my goodness, look at this boysenberry. Yeah, boysenberry by Weeks Dye Works. Oh, love that color. I want to nail polish this color. Love it. And then the other one that I really love is Battleship. I have never stitched with Battleship, but that was the blueberries in that basket. And look at the variation from blue to purple. It's the perfect blueberry color. You can see it's those blueberries. Why am I showing you the pattern? You'll see it better on my stitched piece, but so pretty. This one is another one like the Moira Blackburn sampler that I love. It's just such a joy to stitch on. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my dog. He's coughing. He's very old. Okay, I think that is all of my whips. Let's get into haul. I have haul, and then I have a couple of patterns I want to talk about that I'm planning on starting in April. And then if it's not too late or too long of a video, we'll talk about some of my past finishes. I don't think I went crazy with Marketplace this year because I have so many patterns. I really don't need more, but I could not say no to Stacy Nash, Lily, her newest animal crackers. I've only stitched one of her animal crackers and finished it. Oh, I should have brought that down, but it's up in my daughter's room. She stole it. This is so cute though. I love this one. And then I purchased Joy by Shakespeare's Peddler. I missed out on the thread packet. There was I think they were specialty threads. It charts for DMC, but she had a specialty thread packet and I didn't know, and I missed out on it, but that's okay. I really love that. That's just so pretty. And then the only other market piece, well, two market pieces I purchased was one by Brenda J with the bunnies and the board that shipped, but I don't have it yet. And then Blackbird Designs, The Sweet Bird Sings, because I love, let me show you. I'm not even sure why I loved, I mean, I love birds, but something about this really called to me. I think it's supposed to be a needle book. I don't know, the finishing instructions are, you know, like this needle book, and I think that's kind of what the inside looks like at the end, and that's what it looks like completed. I won't stitch it as a needle book though. I don't, for some reason, I don't love, I don't know, I wouldn't enjoy that as a finish for me, so I'm not sure when I stitch it what I'll do with it. But I just loved that. I think they also had another book out for Marketplace. I contemplated also purchasing, but I didn't. And then the only other purchase that I bought, I was on eBay looking for something, and I just typed in Mill Hill cross stitch just to see what comes up. And I found this booklet. This was very reasonable. It was not, I think I paid $12 for this. You can see its original price was $6.75. I paid $12 and that included the shipping. It's called Pumpkin Parade Mill Hill, and I love it because I love this. It's very cutesy, and I really liked the spooky. So this is used, of course. Here are some of the other patterns. There's quite a few patterns in there, but those were the two that I liked the most, especially the spooky. I want to stitch that. And this did not break the bank, so it was fun, but it shipped, and then I waited and waited and waited. It didn't come. I said, oh my God, it got lost in the mail. And I emailed the lady, the seller. She didn't use tracking, so we had no idea where it was. And then she was getting ready to reimburse me because it had been, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 days, and it was shipped within the US, so it should have been here. But then it came like a couple days later, so I said, oh, it's here. Thank you. So that's it for my haul. Okay, I want to talk about this pattern, Bird Song by Not Forgotten Farm. I know a viewer commented in my last video that she also has, I believe, the same fabric, and wanted to know if we wanted to stitch it together, and I absolutely do. And I wanted to open this up. Well, it's like a start along, so God, my bangs are so funky. It's a start along for anyone that is interested. These are the called for colors. It's not too many. I think I had to order this blue. I didn't have this cottage blue. But I am starting this in April. There's not anything formal with it, but if you have the pattern and you would like to start along, please feel free, or you can get the supplies and start along with us as well. And then just tag me on Instagram at Look What's in My Hoop so I can see what you're doing. I am stitching this on Honey, 40 Count Honey by Be Stitch Me. It's kind of washing out a little bit. Oh, maybe this is okay. I think I'm going to try it on this fabric because I just thought it was kind of similar to the pattern, and I think it'll be pretty. Love those roses. So cute. I'm not too sure about that blue. I'm not I don't know, but it's also the blue that kind of pops and caught my eye. So I might not mess with the design and just do it, but I'll stitch a little bit of it and see. But I think that will be nice. So if anyone wants to start along, tag me. I'd love to see how, you know, your progress. And this was the January 2025 Fabric of the Month Club. So it's possible you can still get it on her website. It's not super old. The other pattern I want to start, but I need some help with, is this Summer House by Blackbird Designs. I've showed this in my last video. I did pick up the threads that I didn't have. So let me hold that up a little bit longer. I just thought this would be a really nice summer piece, but I'm not sure what fabric to use because I am sometimes terrible about picking out fabric. Okay, so we're gonna take a vote. Leave your comment and let me know. This is from Grace Notes fabric called Oceans Apart. I think these are all 40 count. This is a really pretty blue. I don't normally stitch on colored fabric. I'm very neutral. And this was part of the neutral fabric club, and it is neutral, but it's still, to me, it's a color, and I don't usually stitch with colors, but okay. So I think that has potential. It could be really pretty on there. Okay, option 1. Uh-oh. Option 2 is Greystone. Yes, it's also 40 count Grace Notes fabric, Greystone. It's just also very neutral. I think that could potentially look nice. I mean, this is a, you know, kind of a tan or a ivory. This is obviously much cooler color, but I think that could work. So that's option 2, that's Greystone. Option 3 is Sand Dollar. I should have taken this out, but I did not, clearly. It's much more neutral. So I think it just depends on, do I want a color or do I want to follow the pattern? This is a little bit darker than what's shown. I do like that though. And then there's always my, you know, good old standby, Steinbeck. But I'm stitching a lot on Steinbeck. I don't know, you guys might get sick of saying it. But that's also a contender. Okay. Cast your vote. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think would be best. So those are the 2 I'm planning on starting. All the more reason to get at least 2 of my current whips done. I'm never going to get my whip count down if I keep starting new things. Can't help it though. I love it. Okay, I think we have just enough time maybe to show some past finishes. This was a piece I finished for Easter last year called Happy Easter by Brenda J Work. Can't remember what I stitched this on. A 36 count, but I can't remember the name of it. It's a very pale pink. Love this. I just turned it into a little pillow. I like the frayed edge that we'll wear with time. So there's a few of these patterns, and I missed out on the Winterberries and Pine one with the snowman. Oh, I hope she relists it again in her shop because I'm bummed that I can't get a copy of it. But I love this. This was really sweet. This handle, basket handle, is supposed to be 1/1. Mine is not. I tried several times. It was torture. I said, forget it. So I just did just your regular cross stitch 1/2. Okay, what is this one? Oh, this is also Brenda J Tulip Festival. Finished this a couple of years ago. Oh my God. Oh, I did not pick a good spot to sit in. I think I did change up the colors when I stitched this. Also, I'm thinking this is probably 32 count run. This is a signed and numbered framed. I framed it myself. I love this one. This actually kind of sits out year round. I really only put it away like for Christmas, maybe in the, really from like fall to Christmas. But once Christmas is over, I pull this back out because I love it. Okay. This is, ooh, Heart and Hand, Easter bird. Cute, fun little stitch. Also in a signed and numbered frame. This looks like 32 count run again to me. I must have had a lot of it. I feel like I've been stitching on it forever. It's like Steinbeck now. I think this was a favorite at one point. Framed that myself. So, you know, they're not perfect, but that's all right. This is the Trilogy Easter lineup. I know I changed the colors. I just picked from Stash. This is really cute. I love the bunny, the chocolate bunny that's got a bite out of it and it says yum. I framed this myself. Clearly it's not perfect, but that's okay. And this is another signed and numbered frame. And then the last one, I really need to take this out and do a proper job of framing it. I think this is the very first one I ever put in a frame, and it's Spring Fling by Brenda J. Oh, for the love. Maybe if I go this way now. But you can see it's got wrinkles in it. I really need to take it out and stitch the back. I really like this. It was definitely a 32 count. That's what I was stitching on at the time. I want to say Ash Rose was the name of the fabric. It was a Lugana. It may have been Vintage Rose, but I think it was called Ash Rose. Stitched it with the called for colors. I love the, if you look at the wings on the robin, the satin stitches were super fun. I love satin stitches. And I stitched for years and years and years on that white. I mean, it wasn't, but it was a lot of hours. Holy cow, that bunny. I've seen some people stitch it with kind of a gray-brown bunny, and it's so cute. I wish I had done that. It looks so nice against the pink fabric, but I didn't. So, love that. And that's really it. I don't have a ton of spring finishes. Quite a few spring patterns. I just don't stitch them. The majority, again, of my patterns that I have are for fall. I really need to do some everyday pieces. I think I have some current whips that I started this year that can just stay up year round, but a lot of my pieces are seasonally or holiday themed. So, okay, that is all I have. Please let me know if you have a preference on what color I should use for the Blackbird Design Summer House pattern. What color fabric, because I'm kind of torn. Part of me wants to be brave and just do this blue, but I'm worried I'm going to get sick of it. I don't know. Don't know. Tell me. I'll probably just stick with a neutral. You tell me what you think. And then I'm hoping to be back again in April. If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I do post a new video. And I will see you all in a few weeks. Happy stitching!